Turning now to breaking news, Olivia Troy, a former aide to Vice President Pence and a member of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, has joined the ranks of the Biden supporters and anti-Trumpers. Troy claims President Trump suggested the China virus was a good thing. Our next guest dismisses those claims. He says Troy was his direct report and never once addressed any concerns of this kind. Joining us is Lieutenant General Keith Kellogg, retired Special Assistant to President Trump and National Security Advisor to Vice President Mike Pence. General, great to have you with us. This is a remarkable thing to have happen. Again, we're seeing what looks like a pattern amongst these small groups that are trying to agitate against the president, coming up with former officials. In this case, Troy, he worked for you. What's the deal?
Yeah, Lou, well, first, Lou, thanks for having me tonight. I really do appreciate it. I think what Olivia has done is really quite egregious. And I've known Olivia a lot longer than just her working for me here in the White House. Actually, our association goes back to Iraq almost 17 years ago when we worked together in the Coalition Provisional Authority. So I've known her for a long time. And what she said, as I said, is egregious, because some of the things she said about the President of the United States is just not true. And I've been in the Oval Office, I've been in the Situation Rooms, and I've seen the President in action. And he's never talked down to the American people. He's always been very, very pro-American for the people that are there. So I've never really, I'm really kind of disappointed when I hear these comments. And he's always pushed really hard to get something done for the American people. What I mean by that, I've heard him say inside the Oval, I just want them to get better. That's the reason he should push so hard on a vaccine. And those vaccines are in play right now. We should have, hopefully, 3 of them done by the end of October, November. And once those phase 3 trials are done, the results will go to a data modelization and simulation board that is run by the NIH, National Institute of Health. It's a standard procedure. And once they check out the efficacy and the safety of those vaccines, then we go to FDA for an EUA, and then we'll start being able to administer the vaccines. You know, what is not said about that is the President drove this really hard with Operation Warp Speed, so that right now we are manufacturing at risk. That means today we are manufacturing vaccines that we hope will work as we go there, so they're immediately available when the data modeling and simulation board says it's good to go, and we get out there and start shooting the American people with the vaccine. He has driven that. He's been very, very positive about it. He's been very upbeat about it. This is the kind of a leader that you want. You want somebody who has a very positive approach. You want this in the government. You want this in the military. You want it in the business world. You want somebody who drives the solutions and is positive about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's becoming something of a pattern with the left, and if you will, the permanent bureaucracy. You talked about your long association with her. This is sort of par for the course, it seems, these days. Those willing to sell out for. Well, I guess I shouldn't be that harsh about it. It's to make these kind of claims and to try to achieve some sort of relevance and political point. It all, in the end, is seemingly pointless. General Keith Kellogg, we thank you for being with us. It's always good to see you. Thanks so much.